Where are the new MacBooks? Seriously, Apple. Everyone, and I mean everyone, expected the M5 Pro and M5 Max MacBook Pros to be here by now. The leakers promised them. The fans waited for them. But as of today, Apple's website looks exactly the same. It's frustrating, it's bizarre, and honestly, it's a very Apple thing to do. They love keeping us in the dark. But while Apple is staying silent, their own software is screaming. A massive leak just dropped, and it didn't come from a shady rumor site or a blurry factory photo. It came straight from Apple's own internal code. We finally have the smoking gun proof that these machines are real, they are finished, and they are arriving much sooner than you think. If you've been checking the Apple Store every morning only to see the same old M4 models, you aren't alone. Stock is quietly drying up at retailers. Software updates are lining up. Yet, there's no teaser, no late 2025 hint, just total radio silence. People have been digging for answers, and what they found inside the iOS 26.3 release candidate changes everything. This isn't just a guess anymore. In the code, two unreleased Apple Silicon chips were spotted, T6051 and T6052. Now, that sounds like boring technical jargon, but it's actually a secret map. Apple uses a very specific naming scheme. The number 17 in their code always refers to the M5 generation. The standard M5 is H17G. But these new ones are H17C and H17D. In Apple's world, C stands for the Max chip. D stands for the Ultra chip. So, we officially have confirmation that the M5 Max and the M5 Ultra are in the final stages of testing. But here is where it gets weird. Where is the M5 Pro? Usually, the Pro chip is the bread and butter of the MacBook lineup. It's what most of us actually buy. But in the current code, the S identifier, which Apple always uses for Pro chips, is completely missing. This has sent the tech world into a frenzy. Did Apple cancel the Pro chip? Is it delayed? Or is Apple about to change the way they build computers forever? There is a wild theory circulating right now that explains everything perfectly. It's all about binning. Word is that Apple might be moving to a new 2.5D chip packaging design. Instead of designing two separate chips, a Pro and a Max, they might just be making one giant M5 Max chip. If the chip comes off the line perfectly, it becomes an M5 Maximum. If it has a few tiny flaws, Apple just disables a few CPU and GPU cores, slaps a different label on it, and calls it an M5 Pro. This is a massive win for Apple's bottom line. It means one logic board design instead of two. It means fewer parts to manage. It means fat, juicy profit margins that would make Tim Cook's eyes sparkle. From Apple's internal perspective, the M5 Pro doesn't need its own code name anymore because it's literally just a slightly smaller version of the Max. This explains why the launch feels late or different. Apple is streamlining their entire empire. But the chips aren't the only sign that the launch is imminent. If you try to go buy a high-end MacBook Pro right now at a third-party reseller, you might notice something: they don't have any. Stock levels are hitting rock bottom. This is a classic Apple move. They don't want stores sitting on thousands of old M4 models when the M5 drops. Resellers are reporting that this isn't a supply chain issue. It's an imminent product introduction issue. They are clearing the shelves as we speak. So, when is the big day? Mark Gurman and other top insiders are pointing toward the February to March window. Since the iOS 26.3 release candidate is already out, we could see a press release as early as next week. Usually, Apple drops these updates on a Tuesday or Wednesday. We are in the awkward silence phase right before the storm. If you are sitting there with your credit card ready, I have one piece of advice: wait. Do not buy an M4 MacBook today. If the M5 is a huge leap, you'll be glad you waited. If the M5 is just a small upgrade, the M4 prices are going to crash the second the new ones are announced. You win either way just by being patient for a few more days. We are seeing the start of a massive shift in Apple's strategy. They are making their chips more modular, more powerful, and more profitable. The M5 Ultra appearing in the code this early suggests we might even get a new Mac Studio sooner than expected. The mysterious delay is finally making sense. Apple wasn't stuck, they were perfect. In a new way to build the world's most powerful laptops. The wait is almost over. The fire is burning behind the scenes, and the smoke is everywhere. Keep your eyes on the Apple newsroom, because the M5 era is about to begin. My best opinion on this. This M5 generation is going to be the efficiency king. By moving to a single chip design for the Pro and Max, Apple is standardizing power. This could mean better battery life across the board and less heat. If you're a Pro user, this is the most interesting year for the Mac in a long time. Apple is finally stopping the mystery and giving us the hardware we've been begging for. It's going to be fast, it's going to be expensive, and it's going to be glorious. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.